the boys are still doing good.
Yeah, the other boy, the true boy in this studio, Michael Rwanda, how has this first half been for you?
The first half has been a little bit boring, but I'm so glad we've seen Uganda lead 1-0 like I predicted. And I'm just waiting to see Mitchell's tactics in the last 45, because the last 45 mean a lot when it comes to the issue of taking the 3 points in the bag.
Okay. Isaac Muleme brought a cross into the area, and they did what? They had just headed it towards Bobo Rwanda, who hit it hard to a defender. Then it did friction, it bypassed the goalkeeper, and Fadbayo did the rest. But if we had utilized the wings, because you know Fadbayo is a good head of the ball, so is Mukwara. But we have been so much in the midfield. I have rarely seen Dennis Guma and Isaac Muleme going forward to cross those balls. Yet this is one of our strengths as Ugandans. So I believe in the second half, the way I know Mitchell, it's going to be even more
defensive. Okay, Avisa Magarasi, Aruna Chobe says it's going to be very defensive for Uganda. Already, you will think it's already defensive and tense down there. We've got 3 midfielders, most of whom are holding. Yes, that young man, Bobo Rwanda, is a big brain, surely. His brain is much bigger than his age. But he's more defensive. That is a fact of life. 3 of them in the midfield defensive. Then we expected Isaac Muleme to go forward enough for us to cross in the balls. On evidence of the goal that we've scored, do you think we merited to be ahead at halftime?
Yeah, definitely, like I said, Mitchell is going to be the difference in this game.
And what has he done right?
Yeah, you see, his kind of game is playing long balls. Okay. And it has really paid off, because he got a free kick, and then in between there, he got a goal. Okay. So me personally, I don't like that kind of game where it's just through balls.
Okay.
Me, I like a game where we have the ball all the time, touch until when we reach the goal. But those are not Mitchell's tactics.
Okay.
But like I said, he's the coach. He knows both Uganda and Rwanda. He has been there. He has seen all these boys grow. And I think it's the difference in this game.
Yeah, my boys are Vincent Magandazi, Haruna Chobe, and Michael Rwanda. Let me tell you one thing. Ask a Ugandan team for a result and good football, you will wait till you die. Michael Senfuma, yes. Do you agree with me?
Yes, in the first place, just like you said, I looked at the set-piece tactics. We had 0% when it came to the issue of set-piece tactics. Because I've been watching German football and Spanish football, they have a lot of tactics whenever they get a set piece. You see different runs.
Yes. As you watch the Spanish and German leagues,
yes,
factor in Uganda.
Yes.
Don't look at Uganda factoring in the Germans and the
No,
English,
I want us to copy a leaf if at all we are to have that kind of good football. Because we can learn this, dashing out, dashing in, run in, run out. That is the only way you can create space and disorganize the back line. But if at all you just take the set pieces, we've had about 5 of them. We would have utilized them towards the end of the first half. That free kick, we utilized the blind side very well. Because without Bobosi on the blind side, we wouldn't have seen that deflected shot to the post. But I love the fact that Bobosi had to stretch himself to the blind side and help out when it came to the issue of that assist. However, Coach Mitchell needs to also help us out on the issue of ball possession. We were very poor on ball possession. However, we're leading the game and we are waiting for the defensive tactics that Mitchell has always applied during the Kenya game and the Mali game. That is what we are waiting for in the next 45 minutes.
Haruna Chobe, the historian in this room of the boys that are in this studio, clearly told us at the start of the game that Dennis Iguma will hardly go forward. He rarely goes forward, and it's helped us a little because he's been a man that the Rwandese have seen on that flank and not attacked us. And on the left, we've been so busy defensively in the first half to expect Muleme to go forward. And I think the nature of guys that we have, Waiswa Geoffrey will never go out there to attack the right side of the field for us to get enough crosses. Haruna Chobe. They say never change a winning team.
Of course.
What can Mitchell do for us?
And where we are now, I would prefer Mitchell's
defensive
tactics, defensive approach, because we are looking at getting a result.
A victory, not a result, because we want a result from the Kenya game. We want a result from the Kenya game. They draw with Mali. We are top tonight, and I think we shall never get. No, we shan't be top. Of course, Mali.
Of course,
we shall be top, by the way.
Of course, Barnes. Where we are now, Like I told you, this is a derby. It's not over until
Till
it's
it's over.
over.
Yes.
Even against Kenya, they considered first.
Oh, yeah.
And they came back in the second half,
Stronger.
a different side. They managed to equalize. And don't expect Rwanda to sit back.
Okay.
They will be the same like they were against Kenya. They are going to come at us. But this is where now you prefer Mitchell's tactics, because it's going to be a tactical game during the second half. How to maintain our lead, not to concede. And Mitchell, you trust him, he can do that.
Yes.
And going forward, don't be surprised to see a striker off and another defensive midfielder on, or a midfielder. Because the way you have been seeing Fadi Bayo and Stephen Mukwala, they have been more defensive than offensive. In fact, they have had more touches in our own half than in the opponent's half, which goes ahead to imply that the Rwandese were better in possession of the ball than the Ugandans. But going ahead, this goal can go ahead and do it and motivate the boys to play better in the second half. Because like I have said, during the first half, we have not seen that kind of game which is entertaining. But where we are now, we don't need entertainment.
Yes,
we are looking.
We need the 3 points in the back.
The victory. Yeah.
Okay, Vincent Maganda, supposing you walked into that Cranes locker room now and the lads are about to walk off, what would you whisper in the ears of any of them? Who do you think in the second half is going to be paramount for us?
Definitely, Bayo is still the one to lead us. And personally, me, I don't believe with Chobe's tactics, because me, I believe the best.
Because you're fun.
No, the best.
Enjoy.
No. The best way to defend is to attack.
Okay, but
That is very wrong. The best way of defending is by possessing the ball.
Yes.
okay.
The second half was quite different from the first half. And if Densi Mukwala
had his scoring boots on,
traveled with his scoring boots, it would have been like a 3-0, because there were 2 clear chances which he missed. But all the same, it has been a brilliant and good performance in the second half. That's how we ended up winning the game 1-0, and it's a good way to start preparations for the return leg on Sunday.
Yeah, as it stands in Group B, Uganda is on top on 5 points. Mali, that plays Kenya a little later, is second, and of course Kenya is third, and Rwanda is rock bottom and surely out of this. It has left it to the men and Michael Senfuma Rwanda. Do you want to say Rwanda is still in?
Rwanda is not in at the moment, reason being in this group they only need one nation that will head into the final stages of the qualifiers, and then we shall get to see the top boys of every group will go head to head and then head into the finals down in Qatar 2022. But I'm really happy that even the FIFA president traveled down to Kigali to watch this one alongside Hamson Obua. I hope the Honorable Minister has learned something when it comes to the issue of the stadium. I think he has learned something. We need to have that kind of facility in our nation. Secondly,
you know, traveled.
Yes.
He even made a promise.
Okay.
$5,000 per each player in Rwanda if they win the game, and they have done exactly that.
That is so good of him. But I cannot forget talking about a gentleman in Ivan Brand Pro down at Brand Pro Property Services. Thank you very much for staying tuned to UBC TV each and every time we come up with soccer. Not forgetting Mugerwa, the one and only Toyota mechanic down in Deba. He's also been tuned in. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, and of course I'd like to thank the partners we've secured this with. Of course, Azam, you've been a great partners on this, and I expect this to continue, the marriage to simply grow. I'll thank all Ugandans out there watching, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation TV management that thought it wise to get Ugandans this football at their home, and of course the 2 boys in the studio, Haruna Chobe and Vincent Magandazi, for coming through every time we need them.